So I'm gonna come over to my box. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prop myself up on my yoga blocks here like I'm sitting in a chair. Now, what's gonna happen here, and this is a setup that I use often with clients as well, instead of going right into the sleeper, we're gonna start with some axial rotations or some capsule cars. So I want my upper arm to be totally fixed and just spinning on an axis. So it can be helpful to actually have something to rest your upper arm on. I'm gonna take my other hand, I'm gonna place my fingers on my collarbone, and I wanna make sure my collarbone, so the bony part, not just the muscular part above and below, but that the actual bone in there doesn't move when I'm going through this. Because if I'm moving my ball in my socket, which your shoulder is a ball and socket joint, that's what we want, I shouldn't see or feel my collarbone moving. However, if I start cheating and borrowing from the next available joint, which is my shoulder blade on my rib cage, what I'm gonna notice is that when I do that, my collarbone is gonna be moving and I'm gonna see or feel that collarbone moving. So you're gonna use that other hand to monitor. You're gonna prop that elbow up. We're gonna start not straight out in front, not directly off to the side, but somewhere in between. And instead of being right up at 90 degrees or being really down low, once again, I want you somewhere in between as well. We're gonna monitor that collarbone. You're gonna tense up your arm a little bit, and then we're gonna see how far we can spiral that arm downwards into internal rotation. You're gonna try and squeeze a little bit more out, and then you're gonna come all the way back up through external rotation. Slowly rotate back down, see how low you can go. Again, try not to let that elbow move in place, and then you're gonna rotate back up. And we're just gonna keep going through these capsule cars. And if your internal rotation in your shoulder is limited, this is a move that you can easily integrate in throughout the day. So I recommend doing this exercise frequently and just make it a habit for you. Just get that shoulder moving, rotate it often, spiral through internal and external rotation. If you have any pain in your shoulder, make sure you stay within your pain-free range of motion. That's always important. We don't want to be irritating it in the process. But this is a version of your shoulder car. It's just an isolated portion of it where we're just working on internal and external rotation, and you're just making your way back and forth. Trying to keep it really honest and trying to make sure that that collarbone does not move, and it's all coming from your arm spinning inwards and then your arm spinning outwards.